Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. How is it over there? How is it in
Here,
Rosa's place?
it's perfect. Unknown perfect.
Perfect. And air. How is it over there?
All good. It's
All
past
good.
lunchtime.
Here is breakfast time, so
Mhm.
Okay, great. So I something came up here. It was speaking about the body, speaking about how here was the body got sick before, but when was the identity of Hadar as a body, so it was Hadar getting sick. Hadar got sick, and Hadar got sick was a story, and then there was a story about Hadar, how she got better, and it was a big story. But at the moment, because the feeling of the identity of Hadar is different, so it means that it feels like there is no more identification with the body as Hadar. Like Hadar is less solid as a me. It's more seen as there is just body got sick and body heal itself. So I was wondering how was maybe to talk about it, because I think it's interesting um, to see it in a different way. So
Yeah, cool. It's a cool idea,
yeah.
Hadar. Love it.
So now it's seen as this body didn't like some certain kind of foods, maybe because the digestion was very difficult. Um, this was the way it was saying, like the body didn't like certain food, and maybe food or other substance, I don't know. And then, it didn't work well. So actually, that was not the owner of this body getting sick. I was not doing anything to it, right? In a way, the body just got sick, didn't like certain things, and then there was this what was happening is this situation was happening, that couldn't go out, couldn't eat so much, couldn't digest certain things, but this is what happened.
In a way,
So maybe
your life was kind of very you were not able to live in a way normal, so it was very how to put it, kind of um I don't okay, so it was quite strong there, the thing with the
yeah, it was quite
digestion.
strong because the body couldn't eat anymore. The body couldn't didn't have energy,
Yeah,
and this character had to stay home,
yeah,
and she couldn't move, and this character
okay,
was very sad because she wanted to leave, and it was not
yeah,
possible, and the only solution was to go the solution is to go to see doctors, and by the knowledge of the doctors, they just gave her medication just to make it calm down, but it was not really, it just helped to survive, to live with it. So and then when you identify with the body, you feel really the character felt very bad for herself, it felt
was it
very sorry for herself.
was it like you were kind of blaming also yourself that you're doing something wrong, or
It can be also after a while maybe a blame, because you can feel that, like you are doing it, like there is this identification that you did something wrong to
Mhm.
yourself,
Yeah,
and this blame is it can be very strong,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
adding more weight to what is happening.
yeah, because it's totally identified with the body, of course. this is me, I have the control. I can, now that I know that this is it, and they tell me to take this or to eat this or not this, then I can manage this. And if it's
Exactly.
not getting better, you know, I'm lost. And in
And
a
it's
way,
my fault, maybe.
you're giving up the ball to the doctors. They are going to heal me. And maybe, well, what happened then? Did it function in a way?
So it came down a little bit. It was inflammation. It's bowel. In this case, it was intestinal inflammation. So in this case, it helped, but they give cortisons and everything. So there is a lot of other things coming up that are not connected to what's happening. So you suffer from different side effects also.
Yeah.
So it's adding up to the whole thing, for this drama of me, what is happening to me. I did something wrong. So you go to see, maybe I have to take care, if it's a mind thing, so I have to take care of the psychological aspect of that. It's become very like a chain, it's become like a big nut, very heavy nut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. I
it
can
can be
totally.
very stressful for the
Very,
body, for the body and the mind. And
yeah.
as it claims to be my mind or my body, then it feels responsible for that and helpless, trying to help, but no one's responsible.
Totally. I totally get this, Hadar. It was here the same, of course, different stuff. And that's why when I heard the message, there is no one there is no controller. This was kind of, yes, this was really beautiful hearing this. And then, of course, things changed, of course. And Era, I remember we once talked about this juice diet from Anthony William with the celery juice. Well, I did it, man. Hardcore thing. This body was close to collapse, but I did it, It's so crazy because you really want to do it. You want to get better because you are the controller. You are the bus driver, of course. When not you, who else? You see the doctors, forget it. You do it by your own, but you're doing this, and this is beautiful.
Yeah, and then the belief is blind, so to speak, and you're like going like this. The body is collapsing, but you don't listen to the body because it's so blind of the belief, and hoping that this would help me. And also you hear that they say that this is healing crisis, and you have to do it more and drink more. In our case, Raigo's health went also worse and worse and worse, and then finally. Looked for something else to heal the body.
Yeah. Oh. So I really wonder how this body here survived. Yeah, Hadar.
So what is remembered here, when the body was very, very sick and could not move so much, there was such a strong impulse to live, to get better after a while. And I think this is like the natural surviving impulse of the body. The body wants to survive. The body wants to get, it wants to heal. And there is, after maybe even impulses of, if it's heard, it will be attracted to certain kind of foods, or try to avoid different kind of substance, very naturally, if it's maybe there is sensitivity to hear it, or to go with these impulses. In a way, there is a certain program, we are the thought is programmed to eat in a certain way, learn to eat, there is some addiction to sugar, can be addiction to, because this body can get addicted also to certain substances. So this is why it's interesting to see how this body works, how we get attracted to certain things as organism.
This is actually very naturally playing out. the whole time. It's the nature itself. There is no one needed to do something in the whole thing. This is perfection, as I love to say it. No matter if the body is dead sick or totally healthy, this is naturally what it is, and that there is nothing wrong with this. But it's interesting, Hadar, what you said, that you simply wanted, because it was so bad there, so worse the situation, that your body or you was kind of, I want to live. I want to live. And well, I can imagine, I'm not into that there are also characters who would simply say, well, fuck it, I want to die. I don't want to suffer anymore, you know? This is also a thing which can happen, I guess.
Right. Yep.
No choice.
This is choiceless. Yeah.
No, this is what came up very, very strongly in this body. It was very tired. He fed up with everything. And one time he went out to the balcony, he saw, looked at the world and said, I want to be there. I want to move. People don't appreciate. It's like there's no appreciation that everything moves. People go to work, all these simple things, of life, that just simple things, taking your car, going to your work, talking, having this energy. And it was like, wow, this is like amazing. All these little simple things of life,
Hadar, here, exactly. This was also in my story, differently, of course, but this was too when I was so kind of frozen in my story with my eating disorder. It was kind of a frozen state. Also, of course, it's body mind works together. And then hearing this message when I was 16, 17, hearing this message of no separation by Thich Nhat Hanh, it was not a radical non-dual message. It was, but this was kind of, oh, okay, and this was then like enjoying every single thing. And yeah, this I can totally, just being happy to do the simple, the most simple things, and just admiring the normal people doing their thing, and I was just like, wow, how are they doing this? Because I'm just happy
amazing.
to do.
Yes.
Yeah, here the same story like Hadar you shared. The digestion problems, SIBO, leaky gut, whatever. Also couldn't move months, like only in couch. Even going to toilet or kitchen was just too overwhelming, too much energy consuming. So yeah, it was like, fuck, I want to just go out and walk, but I couldn't. The simplest things. And the body was like it was. Didn't seek for help. Yeah. And but until some point, enough was enough. And life taking care of life itself, it didn't feel like it's wrong because there is only this fucking misery. There is nothing else. There is no yesterday, there is no tomorrow, about hope tomorrow and so on. But in one point, the body was too exhausted of this, because the same thing, I couldn't eat. I took a couple of bites and then already started to I want to puke. It was difficult to hold the food in the system because it was so irritated. And yeah, here what happened was I did DNA tests, because we already were in very healthy diet and being active and supportive for the body. The body is doing it naturally. No one's choosing to do it. And yeah, it was funny to do the DNA test because they cost a little bit money, not very much, but here is this kind of knowing, let's say, that I don't know if I'm gonna follow the diet or the suggestions, because there is no one who can do that. It happens or it doesn't, so it can be wasted money. But I still did the test and got results. And yeah, I don't know. Body is still naturally choosing it. It doesn't want to suffer in a pain, because some foods are making the body pain. And yeah, or sometimes it takes something, again pain, again taking something, and sometimes doing that, and then it's like learning that no, that's not good, until the level that when here is like, I don't know what to eat, this or that, then thinking 1 second this, 1 second that, and when I'm thinking the food, I already got the pain in my stomach. Then I know I can't eat this.
Remember, Rosa, I told you Friday night, you know, this character went to the supermarket and was watching the chips section, you know.
I was laughing when I listened. I was just like, oh girl, but yeah, perfection.
So, you know, programming, you know, everybody here in France like Friday night with the, you know, they call it the apéro. It's like the snacks night, you know, like party, we finish work, the week of work. So we party with like, you know, sausages and chips and everything. So I said, oh, it's party. Okay, you know, why not? Let's take some chips, you know, just the mind was just like going there. Wow, okay, fun. And then I saw the beer section and said, okay, you know, why not? Let's do it together. And then I came back home and in the head was party, you know, this is association with party. So opening the chips, making, you know, food, and slowly the package of chips was gone, you know. I don't know how, it just was gone. Finishing everything. I was like, ooh, what did I do now? Okay. And then drinking beer, and that was, you know, like at night. The day after, I just message Rosa. I say, Rosa, this is not good. The body just remember how suffering it's coming up after eating that, you know. So this is body remembering and, you know, showing like, I don't like it at all. And the mind is, you know, the thought is really still wants to eat that because it's party, it's fun. So, you know, there is like two, in a way, it's a little bit tricky because there is like association programming with food and feeling good. You know, there is like this need of feeling good, and it's representing pleasure in a way. But physically, the body cannot take it. It doesn't have the same association. The body is like just boom, you know. It's just like I can take it or not take it. There's no experiences. It's
Beautiful.
like
And
a plant.
beautiful. And this also may change. And this also may change without any reason.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, it's funny because I kind of always try to analyze by myself in a way. Not of course going to the doctor, the normal doctors checking what is it, seeing some things on just counting 1 + 1 is 2, you know, like stuff like this, and just seeing how the body reacts on this and this and this, and then of course seeing. Of course you see that there is, if I eat this it's not that good, and if I eat this it's better, and oh, there are also other people like having this, and you can, you know, you don't have to discover America anew because there are
Yeah.
also a lot of experiences already, but
Right.
nevertheless this is very individual here. And I although I knew that this is not good. Now, drinking coffee, it's not that good. It's not a good idea, because highly probably then, you know, or whatsoever, or just knowing, oh, this is going to be a very stressful day now, or this, you know, and that's why this, all those things, I just saw how empty they are. It really was not anymore interesting when I wanted to drink a coffee, no matter why. The reason was not interesting. If I want to simply because I love coffee, or I want to be more pushed up, or whatsoever, it was uninteresting. I simply want to drink a coffee. Okay. So I knew it's not good, but I did it. I simply make the coffee, maybe took 2 sips and throw it away. But I did it. It's simple because it gets simple, very simple. There is
Mm.
no one who is blaming
No
myself. I'm old
guilt.
enough now. I can really do it better, like listening from the parents over and over again. girl, you know this now. You know very good that this is not good. So why? Or they simply said, okay, so if you know this, then please don't come and beschweren, complain. Don't complain then, you know. And this I like. This I liked in a way. Okay, cool. I can do my shit, but simply not complaining. Okay. but this is totally free. Yeah.
So
the complaining
before,
happens regardless
of
there
course.
or not.
I continue to complain.
It's empty complaining.
And when Hadar was there, you know, the identification of you know, me, it was, you know, felt very bad eating, you know, when it wanted to eat something that was wrong, it felt very bad, very guilty, and very heavy, because it felt like I'm doing this to me, like I'm bad to myself, you know. And this was the heaviness of that, you know. It's like the mother that says, you know, be careful, don't do this, don't do that, because, you know, if you do this, you will have that. So this voice was implanted here. So this heaviness, this thought of like you're doing bad to yourself, and then you get, you know, like this feeling of against yourself because you did it, you ate it, and you don't
It's your
eat
fault.
it, you know. It's just an impulse, eating the chips and drinking the beer, and then they have to say, oops, my stomach, you know, it's hurting me. And then that's it. It's finished, you know, it's finished there. It was just an impulse. It didn't work so well. And then the body got rid of what he had to get rid of. And today I don't have this impulse to eating chips anymore. I don't have this guilt feeling, you know, of eating chips, because it was just an impulse. Innocently impulse, even if the body didn't react so well. So that's it. It was there, boom, gone.
No story attached to this. Not making a big
story
out of this. What would you say, Iri, about this from your apparent experience?
Well, here was like a very strict diet before this identification collapsed. And then the pendulum went to the other side, and I started to eat things or even drink alcohol that because of some stories she didn't do it in the story. And so it went too much other side maybe. The body started to get more weight then more weight then more weight then. And before collapse here was Era Fitness identification, the name Era Fitness. And then seeing like how it's changing, and there is like no control, and thoughts arising, maybe I end up as 200 kilograms maybe, and then it's like total peace. Well, then that's it. No choice, or finishing in the being homeless or in the jail. It feels like normal, I don't know, neutral.
Yeah,
and
no choice.
But it seems like the body, well, it gets exhausted when it's too heavy. This body can't move so quickly, and it doesn't feel normal or good for this body as it have been most of the life. So it goes or balances itself where it feels the most natural, the most comfortable for this body. No one's doing that. So also when was like drinking wine or eating McDonald's after many years, and where was gluten, dairy, meat, everything that was avoided, and then Sprite also. And it tasted so delicious, and luckily no stomach pain, but no stories, no complaining. Didn't do more training next day. Doesn't matter. It is what it is. It is really simple and light. No one to blame because there is no identification anymore. But these thoughts that or worry that maybe I end up like 200 kilos. It's the same empty thought like everything. It doesn't have any weight.
Beautiful.
Because it's only this, and it's always perfect as it is.
Yeah.
Beautiful. There's simply no meaning in those thoughts, no matter what they say to you. Here was it also like this, very gradual, so because it was over so many years, so strict, and also with the responsibility, having child, you know, everything you have to make it here, the thing, you know, when you're not functioning, it's game over in a way. You're, you know, and this was the fear behind the whole thing. And since it was gradually, this character is kind of, oh, okay, I still hold it on to some things which are important, which gave me kind of a security. But I noticed that I hardly noticed. It was hard to notice, but in a way I noticed, it's interesting. I started to gain weight, naturally so. There was no stopping, saying, no, you are not going to, like earlier I would limited this, you know? And this limit wasn't there anymore. Things got more mixing food, but still not taking maybe milk, because milk is no-go for this year. Maybe I'm not drinking milk maybe over 15 years now or longer. Time is here bad, but this is totally not attracted to milk. Like you said, Hadar, the body naturally goes to, and when you also make the experience that you feel much better with digestion and everything without this thing, you really easily avoid this. There is
you don't go, yeah.
no big deal about this.
That's right.
And very naturally so. And when there still is a thing which I say it's taboo, it's fine too. There is no one, see, it's not bad to say, no, this is not. It's not heavy. It's not heavy. No matter how this character is playing out, this is it.
No rules.
Yeah.
No rules. There is rules, but no rules, you know, it's like changing rules. Like, you know, there is days if I go with my daughter and she wants to go to Burger King, you know, and everything, if I will be very hungry and somehow I will feel, okay, why not? You know, let's try. I will eat it, but then I will not eat it for like a year. No attraction, you know. But that day, at that moment, you know, I didn't eat all morning, and she wanted to go. It smelled good, and then you know, I say, okay, even if it's something I'm not usually eating, and I know it's like in a way bad for me, but no, there's no bad anymore. It's just like, okay, I ate the bread, I ate the, you know, the veggie burger or something, and it's gone. It's poof, it's gone. So there is, in a way, there is a habit, that new habit for this body to eat in different ways that it feels good. But when it needs to move, you know, try something else when in certain moments that it's not so good for it. So it's doing it, and then you know it's just passing on for something else. There's no this guilt heavy feeling that, oh, what did I do, and just feel bad with yourself like all day because you ate, you know, at McDonald's or something else.
Yeah. So Iri, how is it with you there? Can you now, do you have, after this DNA test, were there some changes? Was it kind of improving the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Because I got lots of suggestions, and it somehow like step by step or slowly or naturally took more and more in, like seeing whatever is my mother and father, apparent mother and father have gone through, and they are in 70 years old, and this is written in these genes, and I think that 70 is young. So and this DNA test only tests only these genes that you can change with lifestyle, being more active, adding some supplements, changing the diet, avoiding some food, like here eating gluten can trigger celiac, because I'm having this celiac gene. Okay. And also Raiko have it, and Annabelle have it. And actually I have heard that 20% of the people have it, but it doesn't need to go active. Yeah. It's depending on the lifestyle. So from them who have this gene, they from them 20% again can get the celiac gene. So, or it can activate. So and you can hold it like by your, not that you are doing this, but you can hold it like, or manage this, that it doesn't never or maybe when you are 90 years old, then it activates and it causes dementia and Alzheimer and lots of other things. So yeah, I got very like clear answers about all kinds of diseases that this body is open, so to speak, because it is built up as it is.
Yeah, Iri,
no one's choosing that.
This is beautiful. You see, there was kind of a suffering level reached, and then it was naturally going to just DNA test. You see, there was the thing with doing this, and this is naturally happening. There is simply a body is not feeling good. You go there, impulses here, this, and it's always like this. Here, for example, also when it's not hurting too much, I'm not going out and doing things. But when there is no other chance, I am doing this or not. And here's, I used to call it, I'm lazy, I simply try to stick on the old thing as long as possible, not changing.
It's
but
comfortable.
Comfort. But now also this comfort zone is seen as perfection. There is no need to go out to leave the comfort zone. This is very, here it's radical, very radical. Yeah. But I bet that I have made in this life a couple of experiences like leaving the comfort zone. It was kind of woo, because no matter what, this is it. Yeah, beautiful.
So, this DNA test, how it works? You go to a laboratory and you send your and then they analyze it, and
it's very easy actually. For me, the food therapist ordered it, so you can't order this. You have to find the doctor, and then they send test. And you give your blood there and sending with the same package back, and then 5 weeks it takes time when the results are coming, and the food therapist is helping to read the results and giving the suggestions. So very easy to make. And also here is like a suggestion have rise to do this to my mom or somebody else. But when the body is not ready for that, it can't do it. Although, or whatever supplements I have been used lately that have changed dramatically the over-being. I don't know how to say in English. Well-being.
Yeah, well-being.
Well-being.
Overall well-being. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then wanting to share and improve mother self or other self.
Yeah.
They can't take it.
No.
When there is no
there is
openness.
readiness. Yeah, there is the readiness.
Yeah. So everything happens in its own perfect timing, so to speak. When it happens, not before, not after, only when it happens. And here it happened also when it happened, not before, not after. Although Raigo had done already this DNA test like a year ago and seeing the improving health and all these kind of things. But here the health had to go like very, very bad. And also, when I sold my business, I had that little money to afford it.
Yeah. Beautiful. Ladies, let's continue in part 2, okay? This is very interesting. Love it. Okay. So